אנחנו לומדים בן איש חיים, הלכות פסח, הלכה ט"ו. בשאר ימות השנה, אם לוקח כלי מתכות ישן מהגוי, צריך להגילו, תחילה, ואחר כך יטבילנו. יש מחלוקת. כשאתה קונה כלי משומש, מברזל, ממתכת, מגוי, you buy a used pot from a goy. The question is, what should I do first? You have to do two steps. You have to do ag'ala, and you have to do tevilat kelim. What should I do first? Should I first do ag'ala and then tevilat kelim? Or I should do tevilat kelim and then ag'ala? לפי המוח? המוח קודם כל ag'ala. יפה. אומר הרב בן איש חי, צריך להגעילו תחילה. First you have to make it kosher. First you have to make it kosher. Once you do the הגעלה, מה עכשיו יש לו? טומאה. אז אחר כך שהעלייה כשר, you're going to take it to the mikveh to take off the טומאה. אבל קודם כל, הגעלה.
אבל רק רגע, רשומים לוקח כלי מתכות וישן.
יפה. יפה. לכן צריך שתי דברים. צריך גם הגעלה, you need הגעלה to make it kosher, and טבילת כלים. If you buy a new one, what do you have to do? Just agala. No, just tevila. Just.
Kapasa gets the egg first because he worked like that.
So, Rabbeinu, if we buy a new one,
if
Grammy goy, רק תבילה.
You buy in a store of a goy,
תבילה.
Walmart, Amazon, whatever, you need just the tevilat kelim. But if you buy a used one, you need two. First agala, then tevila. What does the agala do? The agala takes off the not kosher part. The tevila takes off the tum'ah. So you need both. When you buy mishumash, agala takes off all the kli mishumash. Agala. עכשיו אתה קונה סיר, you buy a pot from a goy. This goy cooked חזיר. כן? Now, this pot is not kosher. איך אני מכשיר את זה? אני לוקח סיר יותר גדול, I take a bigger pot, I fill it up with water, I let it boil, I take the not kosher pot and I dip it inside. If it's too small to go inside, so I dip it in two parts. נכון? זה עושים גם בפסח וגם בשנה.
אבל לא רק בשביל לא קשה.
יפה. בפסח we do it kosherized for the Pesach. But now he's speaking about the rest of the year. When you buy a used pot from a goy, I'll tell you an example. You go to a program, so the mashgiach says, I need an industrial pot. 80 liters. איפה הוא יביא? You cannot buy sometimes. Right? אבל בהוטל, where they're going to do the program in the hotel, they have this pot. But this pot is לא כשר. Agala. No, beach is tevila after.
But you cannot do it in the middle of Pesach.
Right. In the middle of Pesach, you can't. You have to do it before Pesach.
נכנסת לפסח.
יפה. Now he's asking a good question. It's an 80-liter pot. There's no bigger pot than that. How do I kosher it? So there's a way to kosher it also. How? You fill the pot till the top with water. You let it boil. Once it starts boiling, it overboils, nachon? The pot is kosher. You know what the problem is? The problem is the border. So what do? You take a kettle, אתה kumkum, מים חמים, a kettle with hot water. As it's boiling, it drips over. You add water, and then it koshers the top. You rinse it with cold water, the whole thing is kosher. Yeah. מיהודי? No, you don't have to. נכון? But the problem is, even in Israel, if you buy in Israel in the store, it says made in China, made in Italy, you have to take it to the mikveh. As you have to take it to the mikveh. Right? Even if you buy kelim in Israel, from a Yehudi, but he didn't do it, he bought it. So you have to take it to the mikveh. Now we're speaking about not only that you bought it from a non-Jew, you also bought it used. He put not kosher inside.
You buy what?
Used.
Used. Yeah.
Okay? It's not kosher. Continue. Says the Ben Ish Chai. ויברך על טבילת כלי. Right? Do we make a bracha when you kosher a pot? No? Do you make a bracha when you kosher a pot? No. You make a bracha when you bring the pot to the tevilah. Asher kiddushan v'sudav v'svano al tevilat kelim. But koshering a pot, right, is not a, why is no bracha? Why don't we make a bracha when we kosher a pot? Not when we take to the mikveh. When we take to the mikveh, there is bracha. When a pot is not kosher, agala, when you say agala, when I do agala to a pot, why there's no bracha? When you take it to the mikveh, you do a bracha. No, why? I should say, Asher kishlam v'svotav v'tzvanu al agalat kelim, and I should dip it. Huh? No, during the year. During the year, if I want to kosher a pot, agala, there's no bracha. Why? Because there's no mitzvah to do agala. There's no mitzvah. What's the mitzvah? The prohibition זה איסור לאכול בסיר לא כשר. אבל זה לא מצווה להגעיל. So we tell you, you want to eat it, make agala, but it's not a mitzvah. As opposed to a new vessel, when you take it to the mikveh, it's a mitzvah. You make it pure now. So that's why in tevilat kelim, there is a bracha. On ag'alat kelim, koshering a pot, there's no bracha. Says, what do you mean? Once it's boiling, few seconds. That's it. Few seconds. It says over here. It's
keep boiling. Keep boiling.
Yes, but not a lot. For 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
הזמן שאני עובד,
זה צריך רותח, כן. צריך רותח. Okay. It says over here. ויברך על טבילת כלים. Now, what happens, חזק, what happens if you have only one pot to dip in the mikveh? Do you say על טבילת כלי? Or do you say על טבילת כלים? You understand the difference? Okay. יפה. When you dip one pot in the mikveh kelim, you say al tevilat keli, singular. When you dip many pots, 2 and more, you say al tevilat kelim. But, look at that. When you put a mezuzah on the door, a new mezuzah on the door, מה אתה אומר? אשר קידשנו מצווה הצוונו על קביעה, לקבוע mezuzah. If I put 2 mezuzah and more, does it change? No. You put 2 mezuzah, 3 mezuzah, 20 mezuzah, likboa mezuzah. But I'm putting many. So the same thing, the mitzvah says to dip in the mikveh. No, not one shot, one after the other. Yeah, but no, not the same time, but the whole house needs mezuzot. I understand why. I don't understand what you say.
One doorway. That's a mezuzah.
Okay. Okay.
And you walk through, that's it, the mitzvah is done.
And he walks to the second door, no mitzvah?
Another doorway.
Okay. If you say. No, it's not respectful. What? Right, but it's not respectful to put in the bathroom. So basically, who installed the berachot? Who installed the berachot? Ezra Sofer, Chachamim, נכון? So when they installed the berachot, they set the rules as the. Okay, what does it say in Shema? Uchtavtam al mezuzot. It was plural. Huh? Al mezuzot betecha. All the mezuzot of your house. Every door has mezuzot. So the bracha should have said likboa mezuzot. The bracha should have said likboa mezuzot. But they maybe like you said, they said the main one is the main entrance. That's why in Morocco, some places used to put only one mezuzah. Some Ashkenaz, they put one mezuzah in the main door, and that's it. No bedroom, no back balcony, nothing. It's wrong. It's wrong, right? But maybe they said the mitzvah is the main door, but the other doors also need mezuzah. You know, somebody told me once, Stam kacha, we were talking in a class, and he was making fun of his wife. He says every night his wife burns the food, rice, potato, every night. Look, it became a joke of the family. I told him also, he was joking, I was joking with him. I said, maybe you should check your mezuzah. He comes the next day, mezuzah psula. My psula, he put it upside down. His mezuzah in the kitchen was upside down. אחר כך שאלתי אותו איך הולך, מה הכוח שלו? בסדר.
בלע אותו, מהלך.
Each doorway is treated differently, independent.
It's what? It's door is treated.
Doorway is treated independent. For
Okay.
example, I give you an example. The master bedroom. Whose room is that? Yours or your son?
What do you mean? That's the,
Master bedroom.
the
Who
parents.
sleeps there? You and your wife.
Yeah.
Not your son.
No.
Okay, so that's two rooms. That's a doorway for a purpose to be for you. Your children, their room, that doorway is for their purpose, their room.
Okay.
So it's treated differently. Not just like the main of the house, one for the house. Each doorway is independent.
Okay.
That's what you say, secret for us.
Give him more Coca-Cola. He deserves for that. Give him with the yellow cap for Pesach. Give him for Pesach. Hazak, I understand what you're saying. I understand. Hazak.
רבנו, שאלה רק רגע לגבי המזוזות.
שמה? מה אתה אומר? כן.
לא, אני רוצה לשאול שאלה.
שאל.
שעושים בבית, when you put מזוזה, for every door you make the ברכה, or one ברכה and then...
One bracha and you include everything. יפה. Continuamos. It says over here, והכלים שמכניסים בהם יין או שחר לקיון, מה אתה עושה עם בקבוקים that you put whiskey a whole year? Now you empty the bottle, you finish the bottle before Pesach. Now you say, you know what? It's a nice bottle. You know, some bottles are nice. יש בקבוקים יפים ככה, אתה יודע, משחוקים, ויש כזה כל מיני דיזיין. עכשיו אתה רוצה לשים בתוכו kosher drink, טקילה, kosher לפסח. אתה רוצה לשים בתוכו מיץ ענבים. You want to put grape juice. Could you use this bottle? Do you need עגלה? You need עגלה?
No.
There was beer, there was whiskey. למה אין? יפה. So first of all, זכות לא בלעה. אבל מה, what is it if it's made out of earth, everywhere? חרס. אומר רבי איש חי, כלים שמכניסים בהם יין או שחר, שחר is beer, לקיום, שקוראים בערבי קרב, דינם ככלי מתכות, it's like metal, ואם קנה חדשים, if he bought new ones, יטביל אותם, ויברך עליהם. Oh, no, they're made out of glass. It's made out of glass, he said. Karib, made out of glass. So they're metal. Now, right, ויברך עליהם. זה לא קערה ואיתה. עכשיו אני אסביר לכם משהו. Let me explain something. You know that חכמים, the Torah says, what do we have to take to mikveh? איזה כלים לוקחים למקווה? לא, מתכות. Only metal utensils you take to the mikveh. Pots, fork and knife. לא, כל השנה, the whole year. רגע, לתורה, מה כתוב בתורה? What it says in the Torah? The Torah says you take only what's metal to the mikveh. Metal. No, ceramic doesn't need mikveh. Ceramic is not mikveh, can the ceramic not be kosher? Only metal. Came Chachamim in the time of Hillel v'Shammai, and they installed the zchuchit. Why? Why glass? Why? Because zchuchit has the same...
עכשיו קניתי עם אשתי צלחות, טבלנו אותם בלילה.
יפה.
העירה אותי באחד.
יפה, כל הכבוד. בגלל זה שמת כובע היום.
נו, אתה מתקדם לאט לאט.
Let me explain to
לא
you.
מכניסה הבעיה ולטבול.
חזק.
שקונים, ישר.
יפה. But let me explain to you something. The Torah says metal. חכמים, הלל ושמאי, הם הוסיפו זכוכית. Glass. Why? Because they say metal, I can take a utensil of metal, I can melt it, אני יכול להתיך אותו, and I can redo another keli. They say, what other material I can do the same thing? Glass. Glass I can melt and I can redo. So מרבנן, רביקו, התקינו, they installed that also glass should go to mikveh. Some customs, they take the glass to mikveh, אבל לא אומרים ברכה, they don't say ברכה. You ask him why, he says, you know why? Because the companies that sell glass, especially drinking glasses and everything, some owner are Jewish. And since I don't know, and when I buy from a Jew, I cannot have the bracha. It's wrong. Okay, it's wrong. You know why it's wrong? Exactly. You know how many companies there's in the world? What's the rule? אחרי רבים להטות. You go after the majority. But the majority of the companies are goyim. So therefore, you would have to take it to mikveh for sure and say bracha. Huh? בארץ it come from China, it לא בא מישראל. China, Italy, תסתכל, כתוב China.
ואם לא כתוב כלום?
אין דבר כזה, כתוב על הקופסה. מה say? I don't know. הלוואי, בעזרת השם. יפה, you know what's the ספק? So you take it without ברכה. If you buy from Israel, and sometime made in Israel, מי עושה את זה? אבל כן, מי עושה את זה? Jews?
אם יש שותף גוי,
גוי.
אז זה נחשב גוי?
מי עושה את זה?
אם יש שותף גוי.
The goyim do it.
לא, נגיד במפעל יש two,
יפה.
one גוי, one יהודי.
אז אתה לוקח את זה בלי ברכה. בתפילה בלי ברכה. בלי ברכה. So usually, if you buy חוץ לארץ, metal and glass, כן, אבל אתה צריך לקחת את זה למקווה. יש לי מקווה פה, you go to מקווה.
או אתה הולך לים, זה מה שהיינו עושים במרטל ביץ', היינו הולכים לים.
You take it to the ocean. עכשיו, one thing very important. מתי שאתה לוקח כוס, when you take a cup, glass, to מקווה, you have to make sure to dip it this way. So the water comes inside like this. Never dip a cup this way. You know why? גם ככה, never dip a cup this way. Never. לא נכנס. You know what happens? When you dip a cup lying on the side, when you dip a cup like this on the back, you know what happens? Air, bubble, אוויר, bubble of air goes inside here. So the bubble is here, water didn't touch this part. You put it like this, air comes here. Only if you do it like this, you see boo 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 boo, עד שמתמלא. Okay, you could. But you know, you might forget, it's better always deep like this. Cups, pots, everything. You know, because of this, of Tevilah, they learned to make submarines. ככה למדו לעשות submarine. They learned the trick of submarines that they shouldn't have a bubble, right? So אם אתה עושה את הסאבמרין ככה, תמיד יש air. תמיד יהיה air. אז הם בנו את הסאבמרין according to תבילת כלים. אז זה בא מזה. So when you dip,
הגרמנים.
מח שמם. When, No, don't. If you let it go, that's what happens over here. People lose all the cups and all the... No, never let go. Hold it loose. Don't press. Hold it loose. Oh, the basket is a problem. Why is the basket? Because if the basket you put many cups, you're not sure that all the cups are full of water. More cups, you have to do one by one. Regular.
Okay, I have a question about regular thing. For example, if you go on vacation and you get stuck with a mangal, for example, you buy in Walmart.
Yeah.
You have to dip the ocean.
Go to the ocean.
No, I have a question. You're not in the ocean, and you have a boy with you.
Yes, give it to him a present.
Give it to him and you tell him,
Can I lend it?
Can
I lend it? Can you lend it to me?
lend it to you?
You borrow me.
You borrow me, I can use it.
Yes.
אוקיי, ואז מה?
ואז אתה יכול להשתמש בזה.
אתה יכול להשתמש.
זה לא שייך לך, it doesn't belong to you, זה שייך לו. בכלל לא. בכלל לא. טבילת גבר, כן.
For example, it happened to me. You going to a place and
You go to a place, you buy a barbecue, but you have no ocean. How do you dip the barbecue? There's no ocean, there's nothing. You go to a non-Jew and you tell him, "Can I give it to you a present?" Yes. Do me a favor. Can you lend it to me? Can you lend it to me? I need it for a week. After I give it to you, he lends it to you. It doesn't belong to you. If it doesn't belong to you, it doesn't need mikveh.
You can use it.
And it's new. Didn't touch tarif. So Mimela, you lend it to a goy. So you come with a coffee machine. You buy an espresso machine. How are you going to dip it? You're going to ruin it. You have a maid? Tell her, oh, I bought you a present. הנה, קחי מתנה. אחר כך תגיד לה, אפשר להשתמש? Can you lend it to me? Can you lend it to me? כמה? 20 years, 30 years. אז זה לא שייך לך. It doesn't belong to you, it belongs to her. היא הלוותה לך את זה. She lended to you. So Mela, you don't have to take it to mikveh.
I have a question. I have a nanny live with me in the house.
יפה.
My wife bought all new stuff. You can tell her everything is yours, then let me use it. You don't need to use it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, but you have to teach her. אם לא תיקח את זה הביתה.
הלו, בסוף
במקום
תשים
לבוא
לך
לפוליטי,
ביזנס.
בוא להגיד לעוזר שלך, אני נותן לך את זה, תביא לי את זה. הוא אומר לך,
It's okay.
בסוף תשים לך ביזנס.
You know, Moises, you know what people do in order to avoid the problem of touching?
גם בכלים שקנית עכשיו בפסח?
כן, אבל אל תעשה את זה. קח את זה לנו. 11 בלילה, תבוא לפה, על הכיף.
אבל ככה צריך.
ככה צריך. Let me teach you something.
שלחה אותי בכנרת, אני בלילות בטבריה,
חזק.
כל הבית.
בטח עלו לך דגים גם כן בתוך... Listen, some people, what they do, in order when they touch, they say, this part, the water didn't touch. Before they start Tevilat Kelim, they wet their hand in the mikveh. So then the hand is wet. When you touch it, the moist of the thing touches the water, it's a connection, that's it. That's a chumrah. That's a chumrah. But if you're scared, if you touch it, but never let go. That's how people lose everything. People let go for a second. Oh, it fall. Don't let go. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.